Oh, I didn't even change the title of anything. Well, good thing I was still in the Splatoon category. Okay. First, welcome aboard CKK. Yo, the one part of the Splat chat I tuned into was UO pushing the narrative that Hypernova and Moonlight have some kind of rivalry. Except I think you were the one that came up with the stat line that, like, we beat them 1 in 5 times. Oh. FF. It's 4-1. It is not a rivalry. Which one did I just put in? This is Urchin versus vacca. It is not a rivalry. A back and forth rivalry is not one team winning every four times for every one. To be clear, I'm not saying that Hypernova is better than Moonlight, but what I am saying is, why are there 3? What I am saying is that in the head-to-head, compositionally, Hypernova's comp should win, like, all of the time. And that, while the two teams will place closely in tournaments, stylistically, it won't go over well. Nah, but it's a rivalry low-key. Oh boy, another Omega Strikers player has come in during a Splatoon VOD review to come torment me. I know exactly what you mean, Brickbat. I know exactly what you mean. I saw the drama, and by drama, I mean not so much drama. The only way I knew that was happening was seeing... I happened to pull up Westcord, and I saw that Borg posted a new verse. And that was the only way I knew what was going on. And then I, like, searched the chats and found the thread. I had no clue this was happening. And I don't even know who the player is, so... all good. All good. I had to wait and shit for a week straight. Oh, that's solid. All my free time gone. Yep, sounds about right. Welcome to the world of TOing. Hope you enjoy it. It's alright, Brickbat. You know you really made it when you start TOing a game. It's a larger community, and it's a game that you've been a part of for a couple years, and then and then you get called random dude in help desk. That's when you really know you've made it. I'm publishing the article with the clickbait. You don't understand. We farm moonlight in this house. Well, I am about to farm moonlight, admittedly. But you are correct. No, honestly, though, you have enough to farm if you just talk about the league. All you need to do is talk about the league. You don't need to clickbait moonlight. You just need to clickbait the league. It'll get enough attention. In fact, I'm not clickbaiting the lead, but I'm also doing a Demon Hours VOD review, so who wants to listen to that? Demon Hours VOD review. I've had a terrible meal schedule today. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. Okay. So the astute of you will realize that this is not all of Hypernova's games. I only am VODing the ones that I thought were relevant. So I apologize to the one other team that was in our group. You should have one of the players say some egregious shit. Also, by the way, let's clear this notion. I know, here I go on the what's it called? Here I go on the Hypernova damage control again, but Hypernova is playing with Henlo, Lexi, Datkid, Dylan, right? I haven't coached that team at all. I have no idea how much they've practiced. Lexi signed up for Riptide under the impression that nobody would be, or that she would not be playing, like practicing at all before the event. So it's not going to be a surprise to me when Hypernova bombs out top 8 or earlier. And everyone's going to be like, whoa, Hypernova lost. It's like, no, look at the roster and look at the players playing, man. Now, 9% chance Stronghold is on it already, and I already got the synapse in here. Like, I'm going to shit in X player's next meal and use that as a tagline? That's crazy. That's crazy work. You're like, I'm focusing my article on the roster changes. Listen, they lose. That's not me. All I'm saying. All good. I need to actually open up my, there we go. Does my pen work? My pen does not work. My pen works now. All right. So yes, the astute among you will realize that this is not all of the games that we played. These are only the games that were moderately close or that we lost. As discussed a moment ago, Hypernova's composition should pretty well destroy Moonlight's. And the reason for that, now, first of all, to be clear, this was not a KBot approved composition. This is something they pulled out the week leading up to SendouQ Major, and I did not sit down with them at all. So this is something they just came up with. But it makes sense. I know Synapse has been wanting to play Dapples for a very long time. Fishy seems like he's going to be filling more of a support role. Oh, and also, I'm still getting to learn Happy and Fishy's playstyles. Because even though it's been about a month and there was plenty of matches that they played in SendouQ, I have not watched them that much. And apologies because I am also eating dinner at the moment. So, but let's take a look. Slosher absolutely counters Brella. Strikes absolutely counters Brella. Splashdown absolutely counters Brella. Whatever the fourth one is. Reef Slider absolutely counters Brella. This Brella is doomed. Like, they're not going to be able to build pressure and inch forward. Oh, look, the alert's over my face. Hi, Cactus and company. How's it going? We all excited? Great time to be a Splatoon fan. Cactus, what are we doing? Casual Riptide grind or what? Playing the tournament. Oh. Of course there's a tournament going on today. It's another Tuesday in the Splatoon community. My favorite weekly happens today. I have no idea what the weekly is. Do I think my team can top 4 next season? There's a chance. I mean, I think it depends on if they want it. And, like, I can't force that, you know? But I think if they want to perform, I think there's a chance, for sure. There's a chance we made it this time. If we had, like... If they had gone with a KBot approved comp or given me some time to think on how to adapt this better, which we're probably going to talk about today, I think this squad of 4 has some real potential. So as discussed, everything absolutely destroys the Brella here. And so they might think that, like, they can try to get set up, but in reality they won't. Now, I am not a believer in the swig, and you saw the reason there. Most players that actually know what they're doing at a top level are going to be able to hit the splashdown, and your life is basically dead as long as you don't capitalize on it. The Reef Slider is a 50-50. I feel like the Reef Slider can get more work done. I think that one was not the best. But our ability to keep up the pressure is going to outrun them. Well, that's because we kept seeing no. That stinks. Happy. Welcome aboard. Happy's the new pen player. Yeah, I just... All right, this is another thing that I talked with SendouQ about. Yeah, this game's short. I think I need him to be doing more. He's 26 to Reef Slider. I don't think... Like, yeah, sharking is fine, but I think he needs to be painting for the next slider. There's plenty to cover on the map. Now, I do like that he rotates over here when Fishy calls that he's popping Splashdown. But, like, that should happen. It does mean that we give away the right side, but it ultimately doesn't end up mattering because they just don't have enough paint for the zone. I will say, to your point, CKK, I also think it might depend on seeding. The way that SendouQ finale groups work, it is incredibly cutthroat to make it out. And like, Gosh. Yeah, it's best of fives, but, like, could we have beaten Frutella? Maybe? You know? Like, element of surprise on the big swing? Frutella wasn't playing very well. What was the other team that made it? EMZD or something? Whatever the roster was. I was, like, half paying attention for the rest of the SendouQ day. I can't remember what I was doing. Oh, I was playing a different game. Easy MD, yeah.
Oh! I need help. That needs to be done right now. I'm so sorry. Oh my god, that's huge. I'm so sorry. That is so cancer.
Keep an eye on it.
Huh? Under the belt. Under the Aha!
Dead now.
Sorry. I know you're on stream. Sorry,
okay.
stream, there was a spider.
I was just, hold on. Gosh, why am I coughing so much?
That's gross.
I was just put on spider killing duty.
Sorry. He did a great job, and I love him.
I love you too.
And that was scary. That was a big one. Ooh.
It was a pretty big spider. Oh, that's okay. Oh, hi. Oh, okay, man. Yeah, Omega gets 2. That's the thing, like, if Omega doesn't pop off, the team isn't going to do very well. Or Basil doesn't pop off, I guess. Shadow's job is just to kind of be a nuisance and control space, which is what the Tenebral has always done. And, like, obviously this style works for them. But I don't know how many, like, there are so many other things you can do to get around the Tenebral that I don't know how far it's going to go, you know? Okay, we just burn strikes for fun. That's cool. We just burn slider for fun, and we got directed by a shadow. I mean, like, we have no plan with any of the specials. We committed 2 specials down here, and we didn't push anything. Hello? We committed a 3rd special, and still have not gotten off of this ramp. That is honestly unacceptable for this level of play. Then we just get a good old classic kill shadow through the canopy. I liked this slider. I like the pressure here. This is fine. The Kraken's dead. Or it's dead. Now, Omega's going to feed. Whoa, buddy. I know Cooler's in the game, but chill. Yeah, I mean, can your splashdown do that? That's so dumb. The number of times I watched Fishy get a stupid pick because somebody wasn't expecting the range of the splashdown, like, clones, is insane. This tournament. It was actually insane. Apparently, by the way, I'm told that this comp started as an urchin comp, which is why there's such short range. Which I'm hoping that eventually we can change. There's a good bubble. Yeah, good engagement by them. I don't think there's a lot that I would have tried to have them do differently. Yeah, they pop Kraken. We have no specials. We just have to give the space away. And that's fine. I actually like how we only went one down. Now a second, maybe. Yeah, because Henlo dives the bubble, man. All right, Synapse got away with one there. Yeah, I mean, look. Okay, I don't know why that didn't kill, but... Wait, what just happened? I remember watching the sequence. Okay, so the splashdown was gimmicky and they were under ledges. Henlo gets shot at by Basil. Synapse dies to a Shadow Direct. Omega dies to Fishy's roller. And then Fishy tries just running at Nolan for some reason. Huh? I mean, I guess I don't know where Fishy's supposed to go, but I don't think the answer is run at Nolan. Let's throw our specials at the brother. It can't play the game if we do. Yeah, okay, we just gotta throw everything at them and eventually it works. But it's not how you're supposed to play the game. Yeah, this looks like now it's just a team that's overconfident. They're just running at them constantly. We might win here anyway, though. Yeah, with Sidup's getting that one. Wait, who actually got that on Shadow? Fishy was there. Shadow plays smart, or Synapse plays smart, and Shadow misses a shot. Okay, that was probably a little lucky. Probably a misplay by Shadow there. Good slider for the zone, I think. Oh, that took it back. Could we have won there? We probably could have won there. There has to be a way we could have won. Yeah, I mean... It's not a good position to be in. We're constantly 3 down, or 1 down rather. Like, I think the real answer here is like If Fishy pops Zuka or something, gets one to Basil, and then swings the corner to fire at these two, then this Reef Slider is impactful. But obviously, Fishy does not have Zuka. And there's not a lot that you can do when you're getting stared at by Basil's Snipe Rider. So it's probably worth trying to go for the win here, but I don't think at this point it's winnable. Is there another spot earlier where it was? Yeah, I mean, maybe Henlo's challenging the ramp too much? I feel like I need my slosher sitting here. Just to harass over the ledge. Not rotating around to help with whatever this is. Spoiler alert, not much is what it is. Yeah, I think I need him sitting on the ledge so that Basil can't find this spot in the first place. They have an okay engagement here, but it really shouldn't get them the game victory if we play this right. Narrator, they did not play it right. I mean, we just committed 2 specials in for what? By the way, you want to know what the crazy thing is? Last time I was live was pre the last SendouQ major, so it's been over 3 months that I've been live on my Twitch. Oops. Basil had a nice game. Holy. All right. I think the mini Splatling train is coming back. Hype train is coming back to the station. I think this weapon's got it when it's played right. And I think Ryukun plays it right. Ryukun, right? No. No, it was Nagora, wasn't it? Yeah, it was Nagora. This map is so unserious. I mean, what did you think was gonna happen, Synapse? I watched that too. I was like, come on. Like I said, after this game, we needed to stop worrying about the zone with our specials. Which is true. If you watch a lot of the SWS games back, Japan was not using their specials for the zone. They're using their specials to take space further ahead. They're using their specials to challenge things they know will be threats. They're not using them strictly to paint the zone and stall out the score. How do they set up fights without special? Who? I mean, the answer really is you shouldn't, like ever. Like, you should always be engaging with a special at least. The notion that you're supposed to just run in is ludicrous. Because they don't. They don't unless they know they can get away with it or they know it's going to be worth it. A great example was that Toto clip that I posted, or Rusu clip rather, that I posted a while ago on Blue Sky. Like, Rusu pops strikes, goes for the crab. Toto realizes that because the crab is getting neutralized, he can dash over the box on Barnacle and Dime, overstack where we're trying to approach from, because we're trying to approach from stack now because our crab was taken out off of the main entrance. And now all of a sudden, with Toto dives in, Rusu realizes this, kites the couple of shots back away, and then throws the last two strikes towards Toto, who at this point is basically dead, but the next strikes stall out for long enough so that Rusu himself and whichever teammate it was can move forward into that space as well. So they didn't need, like, more than really one special to neutralize the one crab that we had, our special, to push out, while simultaneously wiping us, in effect, to get a better space on the map. So it's my opinion that you should always be trying to push with their specials. And, like, especially in this composition, we have enough space-taking specials that we shouldn't need to worry about not doing it, right? There's Reef Slider, there's Strikes, and there's Splashdown. We should be able to fight with each of those. Like, this bubble, for example, should just be gone. I don't care what it is, but there's no universe where, like, we need to be committing things for before the bubble. So the bubble comes out. Let's see. We've had 2 Splashdowns and 1 Reef Slider since the last bubble. And that tells me that Synapse needs to paint more. Or he died. Yeah, I mean, where are you going? He wasn't actually fighting anything, really. He just, like, thought that it would be helpful to put the slider out. And on such an open map, such as Urchin, there's so much room when you're diving down here to go to either side. And so I feel like it's kind of meaningless to just try to, like, take this. You can make the argument that if your teammates are ready for them to be pushed this way, then that's one thing, but... Okay, he dies to the person that has beacon. I mean, fine. I don't know why we're not expecting the beacons, though. Map unfamiliarity, I guess. And there's the bubble. Okay, so maybe not exactly Synapse's fault, but he probably should have expected the beacons. I don't understand why this fight happens up here. Good strikes that kind of cut them apart. It was helpful. Good splashdown secures the zone and gets spiky. This is actually not a terrible position, but they just respond right back because we walk away from the zone and have no holding power. That is the weakness of this comp, is that we have no holding power whatsoever. We just have to fight, fight, fight. Which is a strategy, but it is a difficult strategy to play because you know that you have to constantly be on the move, constantly have to do everything. You don't have a special that you can just sit down and that keeps space, like a bubbler, like a crab. Or Kraken sometimes. Doing urchin overheads is incredibly difficult while also trying to eat. Yeah, I mean, push something, guys. We just didn't push anything. I don't know what we were waiting on. We have 3 specials on. Where's my reef slider? Dead. Where was my reef slider? Dead to the beacon again? Are you serious? Yeah, no. This is so fake. This is so fake. I could see the vision, but this is not a real flag. I think we want to be playing more front to back. I think the slider has just as much impact going down this ramp, pushing Jordan back and allowing the teammates to get in than it does if theoretically there was nobody here pushing in from this way. I think the slider has infinitely more value over here. Just as much, if not more, I should say. There's a chance, I mean, like, the play can work either way, but this one is so much more difficult to do because you know that somebody is watching this. Because a good team should be watching this. Surprised we don't lose the game here, honestly. Insane heroics from... Okay. What was that slapstick comedy show? How did we even cap the zone? What just happened? Whatever. I mean... Alright. All good. We take those, I guess. And then we just get scared of their strikes and move away. All good. Here comes Synapse going for this flank again. It kind of works this time. Oh, that was a panic bubble. Honestly, no. Okay. Slight misplay? Slightest of misplays. Well, not slightest. Because it's worth talking about. Oh, no, it's not. Never mind. I'm done. Ignore me. I think it is. Well, it's probably worth saying still. I think moving forward here and trying to contest this is more important than going for the bubble. Like, one person can stay back and shoot the bubble. Probably happy. But I think Fishy and Henlo need to be threatening this. Because that's a much stronger position than what we end up with here. And what are these strikes for? You're just like hoping that they get somebody. pushes down. Very well executed push by them, by the way. Yes, the strikes and the... So here's what makes the push good. I didn't go back far enough. The one thing... I mean, there are things that could have made this push better. But... by throwing the strikes back here, they actually originally think that maybe they're just going to cut Fishy off from the team. Maybe Synapse is going to look silly going for a flank angle. And they weren't expecting Henlo to be here, but now Henlo is also cut off and can't retreat. So what happens next, after strikes and Booyah thrown slightly far apart, not to cap the zone, but to harass us, Fishy has no other option but to swim this way. Synapse and Henlo look silly, as does Happy, and Fishy's just down. Now the Bubbler comes out. We have no threats to deal with the Bubbler. The Reef Slider wouldn't work here. We would probably need the strikes. Or the Splashdown, I suppose. But obviously Fishy just went down. And we don't have a Slider. How close are we to Slider? Probably not close. Yeah, not close. So, it's GG. I'm gonna need to like go back through this later and make notes for myself. Once again, we've just committed almost everything for the zone. We get no space for it, and they're in complete control still. We might technically have the zone, but now the second these strikes come out, yeah, I mean, yeah. Don't even need to bother actually retaking the zone. Just get the paint down and you win. 16-6 is very solid. Be better for Happy to stay VDapple and I switch something else, or me go VDapple and Happy go something else. I don't know what the something else would be. I mean, I don't think I don't know what Happy's weapon pool is. I can't imagine that it's going to be that different. And like maybe you consider what VDapple is. What's up again? Pro commentator, by the way. Like maybe you consider Zap, I guess, for Happy, but I mean that's kind of a moot point. I think this can work. I just think like Synapse, I don't think you should be going for flanks. I don't think you should be dropping right. I think you should be fighting front to back with the team, staggering specials effectively to continue taking space. And we can do that on the current comp. Like I said, I mean, like, whatever Happy plays is probably cooler. Reef Slider, I think, has, like, less of an impact on that map, because there's fewer, more solid chokes and holds. Played Frozen there before. Yeah, I mean, maybe if we were thinking we needed the range, but, like, do we? Frozen has never worked for us. Like in a on a stage where everyone is running around all the time, 10 missiles are not helpful. Because everyone's already moving all the time. There's plenty of open space to go do anything. So you can't like corner people or force a anchor to move because the missiles are meaningless. Like, I don't even think I want you going back to 52. Don't flank there, so I wasn't thinking that rationally that game. Okay, well, now we know. By the way, SendouQ, I don't know how long you've been watching. You have to go back to like towards the beginning. The Ink Block game is probably just a good watch anyway. But towards the beginning of the Ink Block game, we just popped 3 specials in the same spot and didn't take the space. It was actually insane. This certainly was not our best day. What is happening? Okay. I don't think we're ready. We're not ready to play against the leader. Now that's awesome. What was awesome? Oh, taking the space, yeah. Not taking the space, rather. Somebody's got to pop a special there if we want to fight. I guess missiles came out, but... I don't know. The more I think about it, the more I think Rattler's the answer. I think having Fishy, if Fishy's willing to learn the weapon, having a Flex Mini is so incredibly powerful. Oh, no, that wasn't a collat. No, it wasn't a collat. It looked like it was a collat from the overhead, but it was not a collat, right? Yeah, okay. It just looked like it was from the overhead. Really good play by them overall, though. Raki gets 1 there because we're playing in no longer range weapons, I think. We have to be moving in on that reef slider. I guess for you, SendouQ, like kind of mission accomplished because you got the leader, but we should have fought with that. Good. Okay, I'm here for this. Alright. Trade. Then you die to Echo. Or not Echo, Wavebreaker. And then just Reiki waltz through? Is that what happened? Basically, yeah. And there were strikes for him. Alright. Wait, what? I'm going insane. Oh, it's beacon. I'm stupid. Yeah, beacon, if we're well set up, might be too valuable to lose on Urchin. How did this feel winnable? Oh, this fight was good. That's the reason. Wait, no, it wasn't. What happened? They threw down Reef Slider and so SendouQ was scared? That has to be the answer. Don't know what else it would be. Oh, you were already located with the... I think the answer is Rattler. Because where was Fishy during that? Yeah, I mean, imagine, right, for a moment, Fishy's sitting here just firing Zuka shots this way. Noah's not allowed to play the game. The Wavebreaker's not allowed to play the game. SendouQ can run in. And game over. Basically. Do we find another fight? We probably don't. Wait, we get Jordan here, right? Oh my. Okay. Never mind. All good. Okay, yeah, I mean... I guess everyone died. At least once, if not twice. What was this? No, this is SendouQ that died. What is the... Wait. Yo. Alright. Hold on, everybody. Was in fact shot out by whatever this is. Really? The bomb got you there? Okay, I don't know if I agree with that one, but I guess you were hit with a vertical flick too. So you were on the smaller hitbox. Yeah, I mean, crazy work, but whatever. Like, we have to find a specialty, right? Here's Slider. Doesn't matter. Yeah, Charge up. You're coming off of cooler. I think the answer is charge up for slider, rush in, everyone fights with you, we win. And then just leave the shot. Okay. Oh, synapse. What am I going to do now that you're on Dapples? Yeah, that's some crazy stuff there. I'm actually going to ping him right now. All good. We go next. That game was definitely winnable. I think finding... Eventually, I made this suggestion for the mini, and I think it was kind of working, though it's not going to completely work because we don't, we haven't actually played with it. Ziff, or no, not Ziff. Blob was causing problems this game. Or I don't know if it's this game, but there was this match. Meh. Oh yeah, no, this was the one where I made the comment that we're using special too much for the zone, because I did not agree with that slider. That slider was not worth it. There was nobody covering the zone. Who are these strikes for? Whoa, that has to be a misclick, right? Right, Fishy? Oh, that one was ugly too. I guess that you probably thought the clones were going over. Here's slider for the zone again. Here's strikes behind. Okay, okay, okay. Let's back this up. Like, the strikes are preventing an escape right now. Whoa. I was not expecting that. The strikes here prevent the escape, so we need to find a fight. It doesn't help that Happy gets taken down. Saps gets taken down too, so now it's a 2v3. And I guess this is losing at this point. But I feel like we just popped two specials. One rushing into the zone for fun. And one to kind of cut them off without really cutting them off. Which is a good idea, but I don't think the timing was quite right. Yeah, Fishy. When the splashdown works, it's so stupid. I don't know what to say. Look at how they push us around. That was really good from them. Somehow, roller escapes. Strikes were good there. Their strikes were actually really good there. Now, too bad we burned all of our specials and didn't have anything for the... Oh, never mind. They just got it. Okay. We should get them here, right? No, apparently not. They had enough time to jump back in somehow without cooler. Okay. Interesting. Two going down there does not help us, obviously. I just needed a moment of silence. That was not played well by us at all. We get a pick, so we should move in, and I'll fight the same thing, except we don't track down the carbon roller, and the carbon gets 3. Okay. All good. The strikes are just slightly too early again. Somehow we retake anyway. Man, this game keeps going. How did that work? We just actually chained our specials well. Kind of, sort of. We also took fight. Okay, happy. I know you're playing a run at them weapon, but not quite run at them worthy. Synapse is slightly too far forward again. So the interesting thing with the Reef Slider is you are running in to create space, but I don't think you often want to be the furthest person forward. I think you want to be... You want, like in this case, where the Reef Slider is rushing in, I think you want somebody running alongside you, shooting at whatever thing you're kind of trying to target. Or like otherwise moving in here. But like right now in this position, well, we can go back to the position. I love how I adapted to... I just listened to chess commentary enough to start using chess language while trying to... Yeah, okay. I kind of see the vision here. So if Henlo doesn't rush in and waits for 3 seconds, you can pop Slider and be there, and this is more impactful, and I see that now. I did not see that a moment ago, because I did not see that we were 2 down here, so I see the vision now. And I suppose that's okay. But we just went 1, 2, 3, and just fed them. I see what we're trying to do, but we end up feeding more than we do anything else. And that is obviously a problem. And how Hadlo jumps in randomly. I don't know how he gets away with that one. That's crazy. I don't think we recap. We might. Here's the 4th slider for the zone. Oh, and we had strikes too, man. Oh, we popped strikes and slider for the zone at the same time. And now the splashdown comes out too. We don't win this game, do we? No, there's no chance, right? Let's paint up. Don't sneak too far forward. You're going to get caught out by the sharking carbon roller. You're playing as the carbon roller. Yeah, and then, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, I need to be right back. I will be back shortly.
Love you.
We're back. Hi, Milo.
We're back. Sorry.
Okay. Oh, Mako. This is one where I don't actually have to worry about this. Okay. Um... All right. Early trades are fine. We should be able to push this, though. If Fitchy moves up here, we should be able to push this. Theoretically, Happy should be standing on their stack right now. I mean, this is just insane work from them, and we're doing a really good job of... We're doing a really good job of punishing the fact that they were playing the Bermuda Cross. Bermuda Square. Alright, very strong opening push. I can't be mad about that. Man, how do you even die there? It's like a bomb and a vertical swipe? And then we try cheesing zone? I mean, I guess this kind of works, and then we go back to the same plan of they're split up, so we just attack them one by one. Oh, flop, man. That's a problem. All right, that should not have been that big of a problem, but it was. Don't know where that roof slider was going. I think like their thought process is if they can poke us with the stamper for long enough, we will die. Which is not a bad strategy. Alright, somebody go support Henlo. Never mind. Okay, but seriously? So, learning moment. Theoretically, Happy getting to this position is more important than the Stamper being annoying. Like, I really need Happy on this box right now. There's no possible threats around. It should be pretty free with Henlo sitting here. And if Happy even comes up here and Synapse kind of works his way up here, maybe in an ideal world, Synapse even has Slider and can do something crazy like this. Probably not. That'd be too risky. But Happy getting up here might win us the game on the spot. But it makes it that, like, significantly more difficult for them to push in. Especially without Cooler. Oh, Chara raid. Well, hello. Surely the raid music will go off in a moment. I didn't even know Chara was live. I'll be honest. There it is. Hi, everybody. How was Chara's stream? Good luck. I got a content grind. 07 to you, sir. The best I got is maybe this VOD will make it to YouTube. About here from Chara patch discussion. Chat, okay, I'll tell you right now. I have not seen the patch yet. I'm not worried about the patch right now. We are VOD reviewing my team. Those of you that know Chara, you know Chara coaches Moonlight. I'm the coach for Hypernova, who I'm sure you all have run into multiple times, typically gets mentioned once or twice. Hypernova is known for a very fast, and right now, very short-range composition and playstyle. I'm just taking a look back at the SendouQ finale games that were last weekend because the patch is coming and I need to do that before they're gone forever. So I wanted to watch these replays and have them for time. Thanks for the follows, everybody. Hope you enjoy it. You're welcome to just put me on in the background and let me talk. If you have questions, that's fine. My only rules are, one, I didn't look at the patch, so I have no opinions. And I typically don't have a lot of opinions on the patch. And two, I did say earlier today that I'm also involved, very lucky to be involved with the Splatoon 3 North America League that was announced today. I cannot answer questions on that. I honestly, the announcements today were just as much of a surprise to me as they were to the rest of you. I did not have any other insider information. So, did I ever hit 1K followers? I don't know. No, I don't think I have. My Twitch stats currently show me at 997. And you all might get me there. Okay, I do not mean to farm follows just by saying that out loud. Man, just knock that off, please. Appreciate the support, gang. I am only occasionally a streamer. And more often than not, I think I also tend to stream more variety things than Splatoon things, but every now and again, it's nice to go live. Well, we did it. My Twitch stats now say 1,000 followers. Woo! I was the 1,000th. Nice. I wish I could unfollow to refollow. I mean, can you not? Pretty sure you can. But all right, all good. What was? Oh, Chara was doing patch discussion. I'm silly. I thought Chara would be like playing Celeste or something, because I know he's been enjoying that lately. So we're watching. I don't even remember what game this is. We're not watching it anymore. Unfollow to refollow. No message. Ah, okay. You just wanted to hear the Lumen again. All good. Okay. Now for the 3 fun games. And this was versus ftwin. I will say I won't be live for that much longer because I gotta get to bed too. I'm Central Time, unlike Chara's Western. Okay. I feel like this series was also winnable, but I don't remember much from it. Early 2-down is not helping anybody. And this is where we see the problem. So, yes, your eyes do not deceive you. This is a Planets Big Swig Roller. Pretty sure it's Planets. I looked it up the other day. Planet's Big Swig Roller. Yes, it is being used. No, the team did not run the composition past me before they started playing. It originally started on Urchin. I think there are other options that are better, and you see why here. The splashdown is surprising for the first couple times you play it, but the higher skilled players are just going to be able to shoot it down every time. So it's just not going to be as impactful as you really want it to be. That allows for a quick 3-down and ftwin to get a lot of space. Insane reef slider counter. We didn't have to counter that reef slider. We could have just shot him. Okay, good idea, but good hammer from Xena. And look, why is my team trying to fight this way and Fishy's off over here and Happy's like, here we go again. This is what we call the Bermuda Triangle. Things that I'm not happy to see as a coach. There is just too much going on, and people aren't in each other's areas of influence, right? So like, yeah, sure, Happy can shoot both ways, but Happy is not going to be able to shoot both ways at the same time. Fishy can do nothing to support whatever engagement's happening over here. And as a result, like, Synapse tries to go in off of the strikes and then just doesn't do well. Good too. Yeah, we can keep bombing out and harassing Biscuit. Biscuit dropped like 26 this game, by the way. It was insane to see this score screen after this. It was like 26-0. Oh, we picked the wrong. Is that a slight misplay? It probably is a slight misplay. Yeah, I mean, swimming forward here is crazy. The fact that both of you swim forward is even crazier. Oh. That's not what you want to see. Yeah, okay. They just, like, wiped us twice, basically. All good.
When you're done in here, can you take your seat and probably go to bed? Yeah. Is that okay? Sure. So just think about that little. Okay. Okay. I love you too. Go. And you're such a lovely human. Bye.
Bye.
Love you.
Love you too. Yeah. Aw. That's really nice. Somehow he still doesn't die, though. Insane. Just general play. But it was a really nice setup from us. Look at all the space we get. Like, that was actually really good and what we should be doing every time. Yeah, and we just run headfirst into the crab. That was cool. The crab is a problem, much like the E-liter was a problem. And I think the answer is just always having Zuka ready. We do not have Zuka here. The thought would be Fishy, instead of playing Big Squid, plays the Rattler mini Splatling. Which is not as was overhyped when 10.0 originally came out. Now I think is still good in counter pick settings when you know that the enemy team is going to be playing something that's less mobile. I don't know if there's anything on the new patch that changes anything, but it probably won't change my opinion very drastically. I think this game was probably Probably winnable, but they did just wipe us twice and got a really strong push, so it was probably only so winnable. Wait, that was an insane slider. That would have been a crazy slider if there was any follow-up. Fishy's there. Hold. This is the scrappiest fight of the century. Yeah, I mean, to your point, they have to make good use of Tactical Cooler because they have to expect that they are going to die. Like, there is virtually no range in this composition. Or no lethal range in this composition, I should say. Like, the big swag roller, like, kind of, right? And the slasher, like, kind of, but it's more of a mid-range weapon, so it's going to get run over by crab, by pencil, by those sorts of things. And so you have to expect that, like, the other thing you'll notice too is out of these specials. So let's go through the special composition, because I think the special composition, in my opinion, is more telling than the main weapon composition. The specials, this is a space taking special. You can pop splashdown. It gives you a giant AoE right where you are. This is a space taking special. You slide in, you do a giant AoE. And this is a space taking special. You're able to guide where it goes, and it has a little AoE area. So all of these three, if used properly, let you take space. That means that we also have cooler, and it means that now we have nothing to keep this space, because all three of these specials are very fast paced. They are not drawn out over a period of time. Say, for instance, the big bubbler or the crab tank. Those specials can be used as stall tactics, less than anything else. So we have nothing to stall. Period. We have nothing to continue our fight. The only thing we have to continue our fight is the cooler itself. And that just means that we have to just dive and rush and fight everything and chain our specials appropriately to make sure that things actually get done well. How does all this advice apply to how Hypernova plays Clam Blitz? Thank you, Clam Blitz Twitch chatter. Current Splatoon, competitive Splatoon enigma. Right up there with Twitch chat legends such as Dadoc 450. I think in a world where we're constantly fighting, I mean, it's probably good for clams. But we will probably need some stalling power underneath the basket, akin to a big bubbler or something, to keep the space maintained while we go back and look for clams, because we don't have the range in our weapons to do that inherently. So the answer, by the way, that I'm feel free to ignore the question. The answer that I've been leaning towards for a while, and something that Fishy's been willing to do, for not just, I mean, for any mode, but you'll see that I'm a little bit of a fan of maybe a bubbler and a Zuka. So having the option to pick between the two of them and having Fishy play mini, I think is really helpful for the comp, because now we get to pick between whether we want to have a heavier engage and a longer range that can happen in a blink of an eye to get a leader or get another long range threat as crab tank or something of the sort, or we have the option to go bubble to maintain some of the space that we already have built. And I think that will also be just as impactful. So yeah, Tri-Strike doesn't hold any space on any map. It doesn't. It's so fast that it does not hold space. It can move people around, it can play a disruption, but it does not hold space very effectively. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, this is just crazy work from Biscuit, by the way. Just insane awareness. Like, if you want to go back, I mean, honestly, it could be worth, you know what? We're just going to watch the game on fast forward from Biscuit's perspective. And in the VOD later, if you want, you can watch this back, slow down, but 0.75 speed or whatever it is, and I'll just try to be quiet during all of this so that I don't talk super slow. I meant to do this from Biscuit's POV. Okay, currently interrupting Biscuit's masterclass. Look at how he just, like, walked up here. He's not afraid to take aggressive positions with the sniper rifle, especially when he knows that the team is moving this far forward. Like, this is an insane position for a sniper rifle to be in. And I want us all to appreciate that for a moment. Because there should never be a sniper rifle here for all intents and purposes, but Biscuit was able to find that play quick enough because they were able to pick us off one by one and had enough awareness and speed, or quick decision-making, I should say. Less speed and more quick decision-making to make it up here to start firing this way. I'm talking as a low X player where I get away with stuff that I shouldn't. You don't want to know what my rank in the game is right now. I don't have an X power. I don't play the game very often. For more context on me, for those of you that have stuck around that might be more familiar with Chara, I've been around since the beginning of Splatoon 1. I was around even pre-release in Splatoon 1, talking on squid boards for a handful of competitive endeavors. But my internet in Splatoon 1 was so bad that I had the intent to play as a competitive player, but I would disconnect from every game that I was a part of. And so, in actuality, I couldn't play. And I couldn't play tournaments or anything. Came out, you're retired. We know about your legendary run. There was never a legendary run. I ended up being a tournament organizer, though. And I retired from tournament organizing a couple years ago. And I've kind of stuck around. After being a TO for a few years, I started commentating more, and then I started getting into coaching, and now here we are, where I'm more of that commentary coach, analyst kind of role with Splatoon right now. My day job is also coaching esports teams. I run the program at a college. So I don't get the chance to do this very often, and like, this doesn't always tickle the brain the same way, you know, when you're at work for 8 hours and your day job is answering Discord DMs, monitoring the Discord server, pinging your teams to get their registration stuff done, going down to the esports lounge, coaching a team and VOD reviewing with them and talking about communication. The last thing that I want to do when I come home from my 8-hour workday is to sit down at my desk, boot up Discord, to coach a team, VOD review. Like, it's just too much of the same thing, you know? Diversifying your hobbies is very important, chatters. So bear that in mind. Heck of a job to have. This is true. I'm very fortunate to have the job that I have. But I've also been working towards it for... I had been working towards it for 4 years, including going to go get my master's. All right, anyway. Enough about me. Let's watch Biscuit more. Excuse me? All right, now we're just going to watch the Biscuit show. Does Headload die as Sprinkler here? Oh, it's through the... Okay, that makes more sense. Not afraid to run away there either. It's like he's always in the right position to help out a fight. Always. Yeah, let me turn over to the side and get one real quick. How about my teammate? Yeah, the song is not quite as good at 2x speed, but I think it's still a banger. So yeah, that was Biscuit going 26 and 0. Watch that back in half speed if you want to take notes. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's like the second or third time that Kyo single-handedly has canceled the splashdown. I don't know where Fishy's going. Henlo got picked. I mean, this game looks pretty over. Yeah, okay. They just kind of bullied us with range. We never popped a special to engage. I think Reef Slider's the go button here. Or it should be. And I don't know if Synapse got one during all of that. We're able to retake with strike somehow, but that's fine. But here comes the problem with the comp, is that we can't poke, we can't really do anything. We have to be playing so tight with the main weapons. And like charging up another thing and popping it. Fishy stalling out on that side doesn't really count. We're now wiped. Henlo's jumped in, but now has to jump out. Yeah, I mean, challenging here for sure. Is a dually squelch remain that's not gives you anxiety? I mean, as a dually squelch remain, you should have a lot of range to be able to handle a lot of things on this stage. We just, oh. Did Synapse have, was there a slider there? No, there was not. There could have been one, but there was not. It was close. This is like playing a game of duck, duck, goose. Duck, 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 goose. All good though. As a recycled Brella main, my dream is that my weapon is used in one of these tournaments someday. Somebody's got to make that happen. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even think I know what your weapon does. There was a point in time where I was like moving, I was getting a new job, I was finishing my master's thesis, that I just did not follow Splatoon for like a whole year. I like showed up for a couple of majors and like didn't really know what was happening. I didn't even know this thing was added into the game. This welp, GG. That is unfortunate. All good though. Cover every angle where my teammates don't push. Causes me to make poor decisions. Yeah, that's fair. It's easy to get overwhelmed very quickly. My dream is to play in one of them, but I'm 37 and might be past my prime. Hey, never a better time to try. No time like the present, you know? Umbrella has good mobility and damage, but dies a lot because the shield is weak. Okay, so it's more... It's trying to be more of a shotgun than anything else in the game currently. W friendship happening in chat right now. Or partnership in terms of teammates or something. Good pick on Percy. Oh. The reef slider getting canceled there was not good. That was the one reef slider that we were waiting on, wasn't it? Yeah, that was... Okay. It might not have been. It probably wasn't. I wanted to do low ink before, but I was in the army. Might be best looking for scrims and SendouQ. Yeah, I mean, always a good, like... Whenever SendouQ ends up coming back, always scrims. There's plenty of resources. The Splatoon Stronghold, if you're just starting out, great place to start. They're also easily searchable. If you search Splatoon Stronghold competitive or something, you'll be able to find their website. They've got a bunch of guides, a bunch of things that can help you out. Good community to be a part of, too. I'm old. Maybe he'll play with us. Absolutely not. You do not want to see me on the sticks whatsoever. Another 20-2 game, by the way. How long did this one last? Obviously not the full time. Sheesh. And 26 and 4. 26 again. This guy is absolutely ridiculous. Tight enough spread, actually two-shot at good range. Has 90 damage max. Still, a shield has been its weakness. Hey, don't count yourself short. Win or lose and have fun with people. See, so I do think I'm secretly competitive, where like I don't want to I don't think I'm competitive, but in reality, like, the urge just gets to me. And I often will spend too much time thinking about the right answer to a problem. And I don't have the hours upon hours of playtime. Like, leaking my friend code, but whatever. This 500 hours is like almost all in spectate mode. Not all. Probably close to like 3/4 of that time at this point is in spectate mode for like this purpose. I'm like level 76 or something. I don't even know what it is. We can look at it later. I'm good. I don't really get fulfillment from playing the game. I haven't played in a long while. So yeah. Buffed in the new patch. Fortunately, Brella died for it. Brella wasn't even something to worry about. I think it was this game, by the way. This is like game 3. ftwin is up 2-0. This is the game I just say, what if we just tried the Zimmy? What do we have to lose? Because I knew that Happy had played the mini a little bit before this. So this wasn't like a terribly out of left field pick. It certainly probably wasn't one that they were thinking that they would make today, but I think maybe we'll see if there's a little more signs of promise in this with the mini and with the bubbler that allows us to sustain more. New patch reworks Splatbrella 52 and Splash. Really? Like, how significant of a rework are we talking? Rework Brella, uncertain if it'll be good, but it's a different niche. We'll see whenever he checks it out. I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up after we're done with this game. Because I haven't looked yet. Generally, I just like my thought process. I got home from the gym today. I showered immediately. My partner was making dinner, and I was just like, I saw the news that there was a patch because I had just gotten pinged in a random server, you know, as you do. And I was like, oh, that means that I have to VOD review those games that are replay codes right now. Otherwise, I'm not going to have the VODs. And I have to do that today. So here we are, VOD reviewing the games. And so, like, honestly, the patch is most impactful for what I do for the reason that it'll just erases all of your replays. It's yeah. The most of the time, the actual weapons or the changes to the weapons, maybe in some of these cases, you know, you're talking about reworks. They're probably not going to be very significant reworks. They're not really going to fundamentally change how the game is played. I don't think they're going to make a move at this point that would really drastically change how we view the game. It might change like certain things that we think are strong or certain things that we think are weaker, but realistically, yeah. All of that's theory. It's a matter of practice. And to that point, I can say all I want about the big swig roller. It's a pick of all time, but it's also whether or not it gets buffed or nerfed in the next patch is going to have no difference on whether or not I ask Hypernova to keep playing it, right? And even if it was a significant meta shaker, it doesn't really change, like, unless something just becomes absolutely broken, like Pencil was for a while, it doesn't change how the game is played on a dime, on an instant, just because of that one patch. The reason, by the way, you're seeing Pencil now is twofold. One, every team has a Pencil player because Pencil was the strongest weapon in the game for 6 months. And so everyone's gotten so good at pencil that there's no reason to switch off of it. And they've also designed their teams around having their anchor player, quote unquote anchor, 6 months, a year, however long it was, hand wave. But they've spent so much time developing the muscle memory in this weapon, and they've built a composition around the assumption that the cooler is on the anchor. And so they have 3 other weapon kits in their entirety to work with, including whatever it means for the new support. By the way, spot the support weapon. It's actually Bursty's crab tank here, and we can go into more detail with that if we really cared to, but probably not. So, like, the fact that pencil was strong for so long now is no longer strong, but is now existing because everyone is proficient at the weapon. Without Big Swig, you wouldn't have any Swigma Chads in Splatoon, though. Right. Absolutely. Oh, Kyo should be dead here. Never mind. Somebody's got to die here. Wait, Kyo just retreated with the Reef Slider? Okay, thank you. We actually pushed. Kyo difference, he doesn't die to that. How real is that? By the way, where's my bubble? Right here. Literally as I say this. Okay. It would have been helpful for it to come out earlier. Okay, I remember that now. Yeah. This is a really strong opening push from us. It's unfortunate that Fishy dies there and that we have to give so much space so early. Now Synapse goes down, so that's the way this goes. Okay. How do we not let that happen? I think we just don't lose fights. I think it's that simple. Oh, it's a forward cooler. Yikes. Yeah, by the way, this is just insanely strong. Anytime somebody, and the more I see this play happen, the more, like, just incredibly strong it is. You have no time to react whatsoever. You're just going to be sitting right here. Wait, okay, whatever. Epic Pen. I should have Epic Pen Pro, but apparently I don't right now. Whatever. Yeah. So that was just a really good pincer from them. Is this the end of the game? No, it's not. Look how Biscuit... Okay. Biscuit just, like, slowly backed away. He was doing, like, the Homer Simpson walk back while continuing to shoot. Look. He's getting shot at. Readjusts. He holds this. That is a play that nobody would go for, by the way, but knows that Bursty's in the area to actually help support. And then just, like, slowly walks away and keeps going. That's crazy. You don't see any other Western Pen players do something like that. Or at least not many other. Never seen my pencil do that? Exactly what I'm saying. There's the retreating Reef Slider again, and Synapse on the counter Reef Slider. Just crazy work. Kind of plays you make when you know you're goated. How real is that? By the time Biscuit took that shot, my pencil was our side, our zone. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Okay. So... do we let the Reef Slider in because Henlo fails? No, I think Henlo strikes are slightly early again. Yeah, Henlo strikes are slightly early. How do I want to think about this? So... Zenith is something that the team identifies that they want to take care of, which I think is fine. Zenith jumps away. I think at this point, Henlo needs to be thinking about going this way. Does he? Like, I guess. So, Bubbler should go here where it does. Happy should still be looking this way. And I guess Synapse is moving in with Henlo's strikes. But Henlo's strikes in this instance are too early. But I mean, heck, if they're ready for it, I mean, a play like this with Synapse going this way would work. Otherwise, I mean, just kill the Reef Slider, I guess. Oh, no, strike out the crab. Okay, good idea. Good thoughts. I actually really like striking out the crab then, never mind. But we can't be dying to everything else. Yeah, okay. GG. I don't actually know that it's GG. It's probably not. These games happened like 4 days ago and I don't remember them. I know we lost. All right, decent bubble. Gets the job done. Xiaoqiu uses his Reef Slider and chase. These are crazy sliders. Also, insane firefight happening. Yeah, Happy's dead. Good play by Varsity. Fish is not going to be able to hold this forever. Synapse needs to start painting or start rotating. You have two options. It is not sit here and shark and throw torps. No, we do not sit here and shark and throw torps. And now we died. He changed so much what he's doing with the slider in the past week. Yeah, because he's actively turning on his brain and thinking about how he's going to use it. Higher ranking players I play with in X rank battles, the better I do. When I play with lower players, I just get worse. So, hence is the dilemma of solo queue, where you never know what teammates you're going to get. And the only thing you can control is how you fit into the equation, which incentivizes higher individual plays where you go for doubles and triples and quads. Without the support of your teammates, which is a very different skill set than what is actually helpful in competitive coordinated team play. In coordinated team play, you can do things like like I was saying earlier, pop the strikes here and expect Henlo to run in with that. Now, the difference in North American solo queue and Japan solo queue at the highest level is that in Japan solo queue at the highest level, this is a play that they will go for because they know is good enough, and each player has enough awareness to be able to go for that play. Whereas the North American scene does not have that level of awareness to make that play happen, to know that it is a knockout punch and recognize it in the moment. So, in short, solo queue is not fun. You can never control what teammates you have. You can only control how you respond in that situation, and you're given some rank for some reason, and it's supposed to define your worth, and it doesn't. That's the same reason why I have not played the game in 3 years, and yet I'm coaching a high-level team right now, because my value is provided not by playing the game. Now, admittedly, right, like some people will say, well, you should play solo queue so you can keep your training your things and mixing up the weapons you're playing with and finding things like those coordinated plays that you can try to go for. But that'll be hard to do and very annoying for players. Yeah, okay, game over. All right. Enough of this. In short, Hanlo's popping strikes too fast. Synapse needs to stop flanking and start using slider in very helpful situations and start painting the floor. Happy needs to be careful where the coolers go and probably play a larger role in the game. I think more aggression from Happy would be helpful. And I think Fishy needs to learn Mini. I have a controller in my hands right now to go through this, but alas, we have other things to worry about. All right. Patch notes. Splatoon 3 update. How to update Splatoon 3. Okay, here we are. I will read the patch notes. This is huge news for us. Okay. Splash, increased damage of shots by approximately 3% in extended flight distance. Decrease the radius inked by the spray droplet. Okay, so less ink, further range, probably pretty unimpactful. Maybe it makes splashes a more helpful support midline kind of thing, but it's probably not going to get used because there's still plenty of counters for Crab Tank, and if you really wanted Crab Tank, Dually is straight up better. Increase the speed of shots by approximately 39% without changing the flight distance. That's fast. Increase the amount of ink consumed by 15%. That's actually kind of crazy, no? That's wild. This, though, does not bode well for me, who is trying to tell Synapse to stop sitting in a puddle all the time. So someone saying it might be faster than not? That's wild. Expanded inking at the point of impact. Width of inking for spray droplets, so they're more spread out. How sprout shut out to make it so that shots scatter into wider area. Okay, so they scatter wider. They have slightly larger width, and they ink more. So they paid the ground more. That's basically it. Okay, whatever. Scatter of shots fired on the ground while approximately 18%. That's probably not terrible, but it's also probably not enough to get anyone to play the weapon. Radius inked by spray droplets, created shots, approximately 13%. Okay, fine. Nobody's going to play them. Doser dualies. I don't even remember what these doser dualies do. Increase the speed of shots fired without doing a dodge roll by 33%. After by 38%. All right, whatever. And recycle Brella. Reduce damage. And that other thing. All right. Partner was going to bed. Apologies for that. Daster dualies are jet squelcher dualies. Terrible. It has burst strikes. It's never been picked ever. Yeah, I mean, that's an insane kit for it to never be picked. Flash buff, splash buff might lead to Neo Clash getting more Zuka. Clash buff. Okay, I mean, just play Rattler or Shot at that point if you really wanted the Zuka. I don't think anyone's going to go play Clash. Okay, let me rewind for a moment. You all will have to remember that as someone who does not play the game actively, I am looking at this from only a competitive coordinated team perspective. And at that point, really, I'm only looking at it from a high level and top level competitive coordinated perspective. So yeah, I mean, the splash might be nice. I expect that Synapse is going to be excited to see the 52 changes and will probably want to try it out slightly, but I don't think it'll really change what we're doing all that much. And yeah. Long range before roll, shorter range goes real fast. Doesn't pain enough to get used despite excellent kit. Yeah, sounds about right. Speaking of the Rattler, pre-patch storm. Okay. Zipcaster, increased radius of the air explosion that deals 45 by 9%. Okay, nice buff to Zipcaster users. It's probably not going to change the game that much. It's just slightly more fun to use. Okay. Increase the amount of opponent ink that can be sucked up. Increase the radius of the ink shot explosion. The amount the opponent level the maximum approximately 10%. Okay, I mean, positive. Definitely positive. I think probably not impactful still. I don't think this is gonna make you pick an ink vac weapon. Though I suppose it depends on how much this is. And increase the radius of the area of effect by approximately 80%. Okay. And Storm's more annoying now. Great. Points required for special has been changed. Angle, fine. Big Swig, less. Big Swig Roller Express, less. What are the other kits? Why am I getting excited about this? No, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. But now that I said it out loud, I have to look at it. Oh, it's Vac and Storm. Okay. Still not going to be impactful. Comet's Brush. 190 Octo Brush Kraken? That's not bad. Bamboo 2. That's got to be decent, right? Oh, it's Chumps. All right. Well, Blop is going to have fun with that one. Cosmic Splotcher, whatever. Nautilus 79 is what? Inkstorm? So fine. CDS. I swear, if Jared goes back to playing CDS again because it got a slight buff in this patch, I will probably lose it. Jared, great guy, fantastic player, needs to play a weapon that can kill things. And this gun does not do that. Tenebrella Cream. What's the kit on this? See, I do not have any of this memorized, chat. Oh, it's Chops. Yeah, okay, whatever. Shadow's not playing that. Paintbrush, Rattler, increased. I mean, fine. Like, this thing's going to get 10 paint easily enough. It's really not going to be impactful. Milk Reflux. Torpedo Booyah to 210. Was anybody using this in Japan? Was anybody using this? Why is this here? All right, whatever, man. Turf, I guess? Yeah, I mean, I guess. Oh, I forgot we have to play Turf War, don't we? Here's the other thing. Let's live react to let's live react to the information that was released today, because I was so busy today at work. It's the beginning of the semester, so things are crazy for me right now. I have not seen this at all. I like watched the video on my ride home. That is the extent of the information that I saw. General information. Friday show day. Okay, know this. League consists of 2 preseason weeks. During the preseason, the regular week teams will participate in the ladder round. The top 8 teams in the ladder round will advance to double elimination. Teams will accrue points. I saw some about the points while I was watching Splat Chat, but I didn't see a lot because I wasn't there for very long. The event scoring. At the end of each week, teams will be awarded points based on their leaderboard placement in the ladder round and their position in the top 8. May be available at advance. All right. Key dates. That's fine. More questions. Okay. That was not incredibly helpful for me looking for the information that I want to know, which is fine. I'm not the target audience. Did they have any other info? I swear there was like a graphic that showed points or something. Maybe there's not. All right, we'll just read the rules or something, I guess. Imagine reading the rules. Whoa. Crazy work. What's the map list? I saw a post that the map list was okay. Best of 3 ladder. Match of time in a 3-hour open play period. 3 hours to cut to top 8 is like, if that is a speed ladder with a top 8 cut, which will be brutal. So this is going to be like insane. I can already see there's going to be some drama where Team A didn't accept the X match and are in top 8. Now they get a bunch more points because they're in top 8 and they qualified, even though they don't deserve to be there. And hopefully that averages out after 5 out of 8 weeks. The winning team will be determined by in-game decision. Okay. Based on the leaderboard placed in the ladder round. First to 8 is 60 points. Then 50. Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought it was backwards. Because I heard Vapor say that 8th place is going to get 60 points. Or 65 points, rather. But for whatever reason, I was under the assumption that more points would happen because you made it in the bracket, not because you just got the place. Okay, this is fine. I think this works. Modes. Turf War. It's back. Your old best friend. And then a very small stage list, including Urchin. Oh. Was it 2 designated teams are in the private battle for each game? Captain for the team will type coin flip. Coin flip determine the team to choose the first mode. The other team will choose the stage. After the first game, the winning team will choose the mode for the next game, and the loser will choose the stage. Oh. Okay. Interesting. I mean, they've done stuff like this before. Each mode and each stage can only be chosen once per match. Because there's 5 modes. Actually, it's the best of 3, never mind. Feels weird to give 8th place the same as 2nd. So the bracket will decide the other points here, Silver, and I think that's lower down. Too bad that's on Battlefy. Battlefy, honestly, is not the worst platform ever. There are worse platforms. Believe you me. No platform will ever be perfect. Weapons gear. Primary gear abilities off. Yep. Top 8. Double elimination bracket in turf war and rank modes. I thought this was I thought this just said double elimination bracket in turf war, and I was about to lose it. All good. All right. 5 games, so it's best of 5. Record the score. Okay, there's not going to be a result dispute. Each team will start the winner's bracket, move down to loser's bracket. All right, fine. Yeah, okay. So here's where you wanted to know, Silver. 2 7th place teams get 5 points, where the 2nd place team gets 35 points. The difference between first and second is 2 points. So actually going through the loser's bracket gets you almost as many points as winning the whole thing outright. Are secondary abilities allowed? Yes. No secondary abilities is turned off. It's a double negative that confuses everybody all the time. Sorry. I am not frustrated at you all in particular. I am generally frustrated at the way that it is worded in game. The reason for that is because I have historically, I don't know if I will be doing that for this one, but I have historically assisted Battlefy in managing some of the previous Nintendo sponsored Splatoon tournaments. And one of the most common questions is about gear abilities. I almost lost like a top 8 because of that. Yeah. Nintendo's so good at wording their stuff. Yeah. Oh, no worries. I didn't take it that way. Yeah. I'm not frustrated to you for asking the question, because it is a completely valid question. That is just a question that I've had to answer like 2,000 times. Probably not 2,000 times, but it's felt like it. Okay, neutral host. Required gameplay settings. Is this map list the same? Hagglefish, Undertow, Museum, Inkblot, Mako, Umami, Barnacle and Dime, Humpback, Crab Leg, Urchin. Yeah, okay, it's the same. It's worth double checking. Disconnect the game after at least 1 minute has transpired. The game must finish. If a disconnection occurs within the first minute of the game must be restarted. Okay, so 1 minute cutoff. Score does not matter. That's crazy. This is much more generous than it has been historically. Is it the same up here? Yeah, okay. That's... In the event of dispute, the team that experiences disconnection is responsible for providing video evidence of the disruption. Only 1 game can be restarted for each match. All matches should be based on video evidence. Okay. So they're planning on having tournament admins host all 4 simultaneous top 8 games at the same time. Season standings. Okay, I don't really care to worry about this. Okay. They're surprising. Splatoon 3 gaming share. Yeah, I mean, cool stuff. Cool stuff for sure. Okay. And that's it. All right. Yeah, so historically a lot of the other Nintendo sponsored tournaments have rules of it's 5 seconds is the cutoff. New commentator's going to get the Splatoon 3 chair? Not necessarily. I think they... I will say, the new Splatoon 3 chair would look better for this reason. There's a little green patch on the chair, and when we're asked to use a green screen, it just looks like there's a hole in the chair. So that's fun. Did only Switch 1 or both Switch 1 and Switch 2? I'm going to assume that because it's an online tournament, you can use both. That's a good question, but I don't think... To me, it doesn't look like this would be... I can't really tell based on this. So, that's unfortunate. It said boat somewhere? Okay, yeah. Comical shaped melt in your chair. Yeah, that's real. Okay, well, I'm probably about done for the night. Let's figure out who we want to raid. Thank you all for stopping by. This has been fun. I don't know how often I will do other VOD reviews on stream. I do VOD review a decent bit, although it will be less now that the school year has started. So there is that. Let's see. Thank you all for continuing to hang out after Char's stream and keep me company. I guess we might just go say hi to Pastry. Pastry is another Splatoon content creator, much more regular streamer than I am. Oh, or we could send you to Little Sound DJ, who is currently live playing Path of Exile. Oh, yeah. How many people in chat know the name Little Sound DJ? None of you, I bet. Learn your history, you youngins. Yeah, thank you all for coming down. This has been fun. Me and Reborn should collab some. I'm down. I will say, like, I don't have a lot of free time right now. And typically, like, when I do go live, it's the like, oh, hey, I have something that I need to do, or oh, hey, there's a game I want to play, or something of the sort. So, Pastry it is, because they're the only name that I recognize in the Splatoon category, and there's nobody that's worthwhile on my following list to go send you all to. So go say hi to Pastry. And that should be good. Looks like they are doing viewer games. So if you're interested in some late night viewer games, you can go do that. History is written by the victors, not who lost to the sands of time. Yo, Lil Sound DJ literally was on one of the winningest Splatoon 1 teams. Get your facts straight, please. Anyway, thank you. Go say hi to Pastry, and I'll see you all later. Thanks for 1,000 followers. Woo! Good, exciting time to be a Splatoon fan. Keep tuning in to more competitive content.